Hello and welcome to the Surly Sock Gamer Club. This is Jason, aka GreywolfZX's, and this is day 6 of my Xbox modding project. Today I'm testing my USB hack. I'm already not happy with it because I really didn't think it through. If you look, these things are right off the front here. You know, not that I intended them to sit there all this time, but they just don't fit with the Xbox partially put back together in any way, shape, or form. So I had to just kind of fit them there like they are. So let's get on with this. You've got the Xbox running already. Got a USB stick that I wanted to test out, and I'll just give this guy a go. Try and get that close-up camera out of the way. Yeah, and of course, not smart enough to put USB in correctly. Oh, got to go into the memory section. And nothing. And I think if you look here, oh, that's an interesting effect. The light's just flashing. Alright. Now, I have heard that you have to get specific models which are compatible. This one's a 2 gigabyte stick. So size-wise it should be compatible. Let's try this guy. This is a 4 gigabyte SanDisk. Whoa, look at how blurry that is. Maybe you can just take my word for it. I got this upper camera down a lot closer to try and get in closer to the action, but the problem is it gets blurry the closer you get down. It wasn't really designed for up-close work like this. Neither was this one. It just happens to do it. And you'll notice it gets really slow when the light's bad. But anyway, alright, we got this one in, and the slider tab there lights up when this one's connecting, and I'm not getting anything there. So I would assume, you know, that I don't have compatible USB sticks. But, oh hey, that didn't help. I do have this guy that I bought, which is the Xbox to USB cable. Wow, still blurry. And I figured, you know what? I'll use this to double check myself. Yeah, it feels like cheating, but what the heck, you know? As opposed to spending tons of time and energy on finding USB sticks because the ones I have may not be good, let's just see if this gets a different result. And yeah, it pops right up. Memory unit 4A, memory unit insert is not functioning, it may be damaged. And I think if we hit OK here, let's see what happens. Hit B to go back, and still not there. Now, I read somewhere it's something along the lines of you do that, you know, turn it off, turn it back on, and hopefully we'll get different results. And if you can see, well, you can't see, but the LED, oh, weird how is staying solid now. You can see it on the top one when we get it in the shade. That is a cool effect. Okay, going back into memory, and see there now we have a controller for memory stick with 50,000 plus available slots. Okay, so we know that one's good. We'll switch over to the SanDisk here. I watched some of my previous videos and saw how badly they were about me not doing anything where people could see it. Oh, the SanDisk doesn't seem... Oh, and there we go. 4A is not working, needs to be erased. What? Well, that was faster. And unfortunately they're both so large that you can't tell the difference. Let's see, I wonder, can we rename one or something? Personalize, sure, what the heck. Personalize. Let's call this one SanDisk. Although I should have just named it a single letter so that we didn't have to sit here and type all this in K. Yeah. Okay. Done. Okay. That one's SanDisk. So that's SanDisk pulled out. Put the other generic one back in there. This generic one is actually a freebie that I... Man, that light is too much. Let's get you... I thought the lighting wasn't good enough. Well, you know, you'll notice that the smaller camera has slowed down very much in frame rate because the lighting wasn't good enough. But yeah, putting that light in there just way too bright. Still too bright. I don't even have it directly lit. It's very actually dark in this room. Oh, but yeah, there we are. We got the other one. And let's personalize this and we'll call it generic. Not shift, done. Thank you. Generic B. Generic. Alright. And just for the heck of it, swap them. And did it. SanDisk. Generic. Okay. So we have proof that that works. Now, if we undo this, these guys, we have proof that these memory sticks are good. Okay. So, nothing when I plug it into that port, but we did get the light flashing, which means there's some sort of power going in there. Yeah, you can see the light very badly. You can see it flashing there. Still nothing on the screen. Change and see it flashing there. Nothing on the screen. So I do not have that correct. Let's see what's wrong. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to test continuity using my multimeter. You know, I'm plugging this adapter unit here into port 4. I believe that one should be port 4, but we'll find out with the multimeter. And yeah, I'm basically going to hold these in the exact same alignment and see, because I should get continuity pin for pin. Now you might wonder, why do you have the stupid little camera right here in the way? I'm just going to do a close-up to show you the pins inside. Whoop. See those 4 pins there? It's reversed, so I keep moving it in the wrong direction. Come on. I want a really good shot of that. So there's those 4 pins against the, we'll call it the center. I'm going to call it the center black thingy. How is that for technical terms? And what I'm going to do is take my multimeter probe. Mosquito. Awesome. And I'm going to go in here and I'm going to touch against each of these, and then on the other end do the same thing over here, touching against each of the 4 and this guy. But like I said, I'm going to hold it in the same alignment, which yeah, was like that, isn't it? 4. Okay, from this view, 4 on the top. And coming up here, 4 on the top. Okay, so those should align the same. Go ahead and land on me, you little bugger. Missed. Dang. It was a slow one too. Okay, so those should line up the same. You know, if I've got the electrical connections in there on my soldering job. And then, like I said, the reason I had this little camera is you can see the pins here, but they're really blurry. And I can hold this small camera lined up so that you can see the pins, but it gets in the way while I'm trying to hold the probe, and I have to hold the camera and hold the probe, and it takes 2 probes to measure continuity. So let's get my multimeter over here. The long and the short of it is, there is no way for me to do that. Let's see if we can get some stuff in shot here. And I tried to expand the largest of the windows to fill the whole thing, but given the resolution of that camera, it just doesn't want to work that way. It doesn't want to get any bigger than it is. If you look, you can see a little bit of black in there where between the 2 smaller windows. That's where that one ends. Okay, let's turn our multimeter to continuity. You see it says open. Touch 2 probes together. We got a short. Let's get this out of here because it's just in the way. And let's start by just touching the outer. Yeah, so nothing on the outer grounds, but that makes sense because if you remember from day 4, I didn't solder, and once again when I redid it on day 5, I did not solder the outer grounds, which are these pins right here. I wonder if that'll, yeah, it's not really continuous. But that does ground to there. And yeah, because I didn't solder these ground wires on, the outer shell of that is not grounded. Which, considering that this one is to the case, is proof that I cut a corner there that maybe I shouldn't have as well. So starting with the furthest most pin here, let's see if I can do these both at the same time. So the outermost pin is fine. Go to the next pin, and nothing there. Although I can't tell if I was on it. Yeah, there it is. Okay. On the next pin, nothing. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I'm not getting anything on that second pin, no matter where I check it. Hopefully that was able to be seen. So let's go to the 3rd pin here. And 3rd pin, nothing. Am I just not touching? Yeah, not getting anything across any of those. Looks like these are just generally, yeah, and then the 4th pin, the 1st pin and the 4th pin, depending on which direction you're looking at this, are both grounds. Now, let's try connector. Mosquito just buzzed me again. Let's do number 3, see if I got any better wiring there, although I highly doubt it. Yeah, that was the outermost pin. Let's cheat. Multimeter, why don't you hold that up for me? Hey, thank you, multimeter. Alright, pin 2 from this angle. Yeah, this is no way the correct pin labeling as per the USB standard. It's just what I'm using given my relative view here. Nothing on that second pin. Interesting. Pin 3. Oh, I must have. How is that possible? Oh, I must have slid over and touched the first one. That's the first one, 4th one, first one. fourth one on the top, first one on the bottom, fourth one on the bottom. Nothing on the either of the center two. Oh, no, I got it the same. Alright, let's go third pin on the top one. It's touching. Nope, nothing on that third pin, and nothing on the second pin, and nothing on any of the pins. Interesting. Alright, so I don't have any connection on these guys here. Oh, well, you know what? The other part to this is, if I go off these bottoms, let's see, if we pull the hard drive up, did I pull power? I pulled power, good. Pull the hard drive up, move it back, lean that thing back like that. I got all the pins right here. I can see if I got any continuity on those pins. Alright, I'm on the ground, which should hit, whoop, and I slid off it. Okay, this is pin 4 on the other connector. Yeah, so it hits there, and it should, yeah. Not that one, but it does. Oh, okay. So yeah, as I'm going, man, oh, this is an area where this would be more useful. Okay, so there's the pins. I'm on pin 4, which we've already said is a grounding pin. Those are the outer 2 grounds, which go to the outer shell. Yeah, I didn't wire them in, but there's, so that's pin 4. You know, 3, 2, oh, what, 4, yeah, 3, 2, yeah, another grounding pin there, another grounding pin there. I don't know why it doesn't hit this, oh, it does, I just didn't make a good connection to it. So those grounds are all tied together on this little circuit board here. So let's move to pin 3 on the bottom one. Hopefully I got a good connection there. It's in the controller port well, and I'm getting, yeah, I slid my multimeter, and lost my helping hand there. Okay. And oh, you guys, yeah, I don't think you can hear the multimeter makes a beep every time. So now knowing that, and my hand being in the way, it says open, and I'll try and keep my hand out of the way. You can see it says short when you touch them together. That means we have a circuit. So, alright, I'm on pin 3, nothing there, nothing there. Oh, well, that would explain a whole bunch. Okay, so first and foremost, on the Xbox, we've got port 3. We move over one, we've got port 4. On this, we have port 3, and we move the opposite, port 4. So, let's get back to our original testing here. Alright, I'm on port 3 on the bottom. I didn't think my wiring job was that bad. Oh, glad to see I just spun or cross connect, you know, I didn't cross connect them, but when I hooked them to the wires down in here, I hooked that one obviously to port 3 and this one to port 4. So I'm plugged into port 3 right now, so let's test against this guy right here. And oh, well, I flipped that up. It was going to be all well and good, but I've got the pins right here. This would be, can we see that? Oh, I keep moving it the wrong direction. So from my count, that's 4, 3, 2, and 1. So let's go for it. Pin 4. which is a ground, so it's good. Do it up here, it's easier to see. 4, and that one's ground, same thing. And that should only be those two. It shouldn't. Dang, mosquito got away again. Sorry everyone, but I really hate mosquitoes. I don't feel I'm alone in that. Okay, that's pin 4. Oh, and what I wanted to do, just to make sure it doesn't on any of the other pins. Okay, pin 3. Whoops. I guess left or right. Well, it's too late now. Okay. And either I have a short there or I'm still hitting. Okay. I had the one in here touching both pins. Oh, darn it, I'm covering that again. Okay. So, pin 3, no continuity. But there's continuity when I touch it to pin 2. So, nothing on 4, nothing on 3, yes on 2, nothing on 1. So pin 2, nothing on 4, yes on 3, no on 2, no on 1. And then pin 1, which should be both 1 and 4. 4, 1, nothing on 3, nothing on 2. That was beeping because I was hitting both. Oh, my hand's still in the way. You can see that go to a T. Let's get a real good shot of all this for everything. And give me just a sec as I successfully kill the stinking mosquito. Alright. Yeah, this is the only time I'll ask for a like on a YouTube video. Yeah. If you like it that I killed the mosquito. Okay. So, on 4. See short. Nothing on 3. Nothing on 2. Short on 1. Did I slide off it? Wow. My description's really beginning to suck if it's not going to work. Interesting. How was I doing that earlier? Okay, so those two don't short together. Or was I against the case? Interesting question. 1 and 4. Okay. So these, hard to test. Anyway, okay, what I'm mumbling about here is pin 1 and pin 4 don't seem to directly short together. Well, they do up here. Oh, was it hitting the outer grounds? That would make sense. It was hitting these two outer pins. They're both tied to the ground plane and they're tied to the, we'll call it the shielding or casing. But, okay, so those two pins don't connect directly. So hitting it here, and I wonder how I was getting that then. But I'm not getting it now. And here, well, I must be hitting the outer casing on this or something, because that's obviously continuous. And, well, no, if that were the case, then when I did these ones, it would, yeah, see, tucking. Okay, so anyway, pin 2, 3 shorts, 2 doesn't. And pin 3, 2 shorts, 3 doesn't. So, to finish whipping a dead horse, I have the wires switched on that. Let's take a look. Get you out of the way. I don't want to disassemble the entire Xbox. And then here's one of the, oh, not too bright. Got to pull these out before you try and remove the plugs. Okay. Rotate it out, and come on, there we go. All right. So, when I mumbled on one of the previous days that putting hot glue on it would make it a total mess if I had to try and fix it, it has made it a total mess while I tried to fix it. Now, I'll be honest, considering not even posting this video, but then I would be cheating because, as I stated back on the introductory day one, if anyone watched that, this video is about experimentation and the process. So this is part of the process. I'm not happy with these results. I'm going to get a replacement unit here, and I'm going to come up with a better way of doing this. I could melt through the hot glue and fix these connections, but I think that would just make more of a mess for something that I'm already unhappy about. So let's see if I can find a better solution to this. Okay, so thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you on day 7, where I am going to pursue an alternate course for this and see if I can make this work. And fact of the matter is, this wasn't going to work anyway. Once I had it all in, there was just nowhere for this piece to go. For some reason I thought it would go like this, and then, hey dummy, all these electrical connections would be pressed right up against this grounded shielding. That will short something out for sure. And I didn't want to just push this down into the power supply, which is, all the stuff down here, because that's very sensitive and high voltage, so also not a good plan. All right, so like I said, thank you for joining me, and let's look for some more positive results on day 7.